Oh my goodness. Greetings, friends. I can't find any of the right buttons to push. Welcome back to DreamWizard Plays. I think you can hear me. I'm going to double check. Jeez, I have no idea what I'm doing. Have you guys caught on? This is entirely my plan to just do things. I have no idea what I'm doing. Welcome back. A toast to you. Episode 51. It is, of course, also Saturday. Return of the uber poofy Super Saiyan freshly showered wizard hair. This stuff is unbelievable. Oh my god. Look at that. Look at that mop. Oh my god. Look at it. I can't even from this side too. There's too much. There's too much hair. Episode 51 of DreamWizard Plays blind playthrough of the Doki Doki Literature Club. Episode 3. Faces in the Dark. What does that mean? I wrote that last Sunday immediately after concluding my last session, and I think I've completely forgotten what it was. But if I had to make sense of my own, if I had to apply a method to my own madness, it would be I'm beginning to see the faces of these girls emerge from the dark, from the veil they have thrown over their own personalities. I don't remember if that's actually what it was. And you know what? I'm just going to go with it because I think that sounds pretty cool. Faces in the Dark. And here we go. I recall recently there were issues with having the game update, but it looks like it's actually working. Oh no, I said I needed to sleep on this. I spent a whole week not remembering this was the question. Wow, wait a minute. Yuri and Sayori. Sayori has asked me, would you walk home with Yuri if she asked you to? And I was stuck in a dilemma. The message I'm sending is I prioritize you, Sayori, or I prioritize Yuri. Am I interested in Sayori enough to give her that hope? Am I ballsy enough to hurt her feelings by telling her no to her face? I would not walk home with you. I feel like a dick. I feel like a dick doing that. I don't want to be that guy. I am face to face with my childhood friend whom I always walk home with. So maybe she'd be okay with it. Maybe she'd be like, you know, one time Yuri offers to walk with me and I accept. Is that a big deal? I do kind of have a thing for Yuri. I like Sayori too. I mean, she's a good girl. She is the girl next door. She is meant to be. Here it is. She's staring me in the eyes and she's asking me to stab her in the heart. And I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm going to pick Sayori. I would still walk home with you. I would say no. It's happening. Benosuke says, Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Apparently not. She says, oh, she's blushing. Oh no. Did I overdo it? But she says, she's so beautiful and smart. I respond, geez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. Indeed. That's what I was thinking. I couldn't say it to her face. She says, you're so silly, Benosuke. You think about me too much sometimes, but she doesn't seem unhappy about that. She sure doesn't. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so I thought that too. But then why would she ask? This is more complicated. What is an autistic freaking wizard doing playing a game where he's got to manage social relationships? I have no idea what I'm doing. But so be it. Speaking of having no idea what I'm doing, there are some of you who recall I often start playing at 4 o'clock. It is now 5 o'clock. Am I late? Need I remind you? A wizard is never late, nor is he early, but he arrives precisely when he means to. And there you have it. I respond, Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. I can't figure her out. I think I was screwed either way. I think it was a trap, and I just went the nice route. Let's just be nice. Speaking of being nice, Sayori apologizes. I respond, besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? Sayori doesn't look too convinced. She, in fact, looks very worried that it might occur. The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Who knows? Oh, we gotta compose again. All right. I think it's the time to make Natsuki a little happy. Just a little. Just a little happy. Let's share the love. Share the love. What do I know about these girls? Sayori, nope. Natsuki likes kitties. Ayo! Okay, that's 1. This is 2 out of 20. Okay, so I got 1. Man, 0, 1, 0. I'm never going to keep this straight. 0, 1, 0. I'm going with depression because that's going to match up with Sayori. 1, 1, 0. Massacre. 1, 1, 1. I knew it. All right. 1, 1, 1. Playground. There we go. Okay. Headphones. Puppy. Pain. She's in pain. 2, 2, 1. Imagination, I remember being 2, 2, 2. All right, we got it. 2, 2, 2. Unstable. Oh, 2, 2, 3. Oh, be more careful. Be more careful, buddy. Heartbeat was Sayori. Oh, 2, 3, 3. Okay, carefully here. Tears is Sayori. Yes, 3, 3, 3. 3, 3, 3. 3, 3, 3. Happiness. 4, 3, 3. What do we got here? Is it still? It's still okay. It's still live. Wonderful. You know, I think what I found out the trick is I got to actually start the game after I launch my Streamlabs. So maybe that was the trick. Hell if I know. But it seems to have difficulty detecting the game properly. Anyway, we're at 4, 3, 3. We're gonna go for 4, 3. Bam! I knew it. All right, I'm getting a feel. For these girls. Pardon the pun. Philosophy. 4, 4, 4. Bam. We got it nicely divided. Sadness. 5, 4, 4. Sweet. Oh! Hold on. 6, 4, 4. We're going overboard there. I thought that was going to be a Natsuki word. There we go. 6, 5, 4. Okay. 6, 5, 4. Carefully here. Starscape. 6, 5, 5. We got to balance it out to 6, 6, 6. Damn. Way too much. 7. I've already gone overboard. That was supposed to be Natsuki's. Oh, I screwed it up. Already. Anime. All right. Sorry, Bobby. I got to try and find one more Natsuki word. Shit. Chocolate. There we go. And the final one for Yuri. Not how I wanted to divide it out, but the final one for her. Crimson. Bam. Not how I wanted that to break down. Monica comes to me and says in the club, "Oh, man, I'm the last one here again." I comfort her. "Don't worry, I just walked in too." Yuri approaches. "Were you practicing piano again?" I think she's being a little snipey. A little snarky there? Maybe not. Maybe. Monica says, "Yes, I was." Ha 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 ha. Yuri, faux complimentary, says, "You must have a lot of determination." Maybe she's being real. Maybe she's being real. I don't know, that face looks a little embarrassed, but also looks genuine. I'm going to say it's genuine. Yuri continues, "Starting this club and now picking up piano." Monica replies, "Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion." "Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you." Aw, what a leader. "And I'm super happy that you are all willing to help me out for the festival, too." Natsuki, looking genuinely pleased, says, "I can't wait for the festival. It's going to be great." Monica is surprised. "Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki?" Natsuki replies, "Well, yeah, I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food." I chime in, saying, "You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden." Natsuki complains, "Monica, do they usually have fried squid?" "Squid," says Monica. "That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to." Natsuki replies, "Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people?" What is that? What does that mean? You, of all people. I'm reading way too much into these things. But she said it, and it sounds suspicious to me. Monica replies, I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? That's what I'm saying. What do you mean by you of all people? Come on." Natsuki replies, "Because it's right in your name." Monica. Okay. Oh, fair enough. Oh, she's blushing. She made a joke. She's satisfied with herself. That's not how you say my name at all. That's how I've been saying it. I don't know what to say about that. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. In fact, it does not. I have no idea what the hell she's talking about. I kind of get it, but I don't really. Natsuki is nonplussed. And Monica says, "Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay?" Natsuki giggles and says, "Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway." Yuri chimes in, "Excuse me." I say, "Where is Sayori anyway?" "Ah, there you are, and she arrives." Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. What's going on with her? I walk over to find out. "Hey, Sayori," I open. I wave my hand in front of her face. She looks startled. I say, "You're spacing out again." She continues to be startled, and then apologizes. "Don't mind me," she says. "You can go talk to everyone else." "Oh, no." "Huh?" I say, confused. "Is everything all right?" She does not look like everything's all right, but she says, "Of course everything is all right. Why wouldn't it be?" I reply, "It just feels like you are a little off. Sorry for assuming things." Sayori says, "Geez, you worry too much about me." Maybe she really isn't interested. Maybe I would not have hurt her feelings. Maybe she would rather I openly state I'm not after her, and she would actually feel better about our friendship. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this stuff. There is zero help from the chat. Where are you guys today? This is happening. I need advice. I need feedback. Moving on. Sayori puts on a fake smile and says, "I'm fine. See?" and shows me a big smile. "Don't let me distract you," she says, "from having fun with everyone else." I reply dubiously, "Well, all right, if you say so." I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Monica responds brightly to my presence. "Benosuke, what's up?" I cautiously introduce, "Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently?" Monica says, "Anything up with her? In what way do you mean?" I say, maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. "Whoa, come back." Monica says, "Oh, you think so?" I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Monica says, maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Benosuke. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. I respond, "Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now." Monica says, No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself." I respond, You sure about that?" She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Monica questions my judgment on that. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. "Oh," I say, "person of interest? What do you mean by that?" Monica responds, "I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Benosuke." I'm shocked. "Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion?" Monica makes a self-satisfied face, says, "Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anyone else, you know." "Eh?" I say. Monica continues, "She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her." I say, "What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been." Monica makes a flounce and giggles. "You're so funny, Benosuke," she says. "Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you?" I say nothing. Monica continues, I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now." I am unconvinced. All right. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks around the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. That was a horribly constructed sentence. Moving on. I sigh and sit myself down. Another wonky sentence. Fair enough. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book, but she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. Okay? I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in the one next to her own. Yuri says nothing. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. I respond, relax, you didn't even do anything. Yuri begins to stammer another apology, but I could tell that you wanted to be left alone with your thoughts. I reply, alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell I was thinking like that? Yuri says, well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. She's a little behaviorist. Yuri says, not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. I say, in any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Yuri looks pleased and says, don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, she says, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. I respond, it's not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Yuri questions, Sayori? I say, yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, says Yuri, that's quite romantic. I say, eh? Yuri gets embarrassed and looks away, apologizing. I didn't mean to say something stupid, she says. I reply, it's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Yuri says, oh, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. I say, or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Yuri begins, Benosuke, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, I say. So you think that there might be something behind it, after all? Says Yuri. I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today, too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? I respond, a little cagey. Well, I guess that was the case. Yuri begins again. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I say, I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri says nothing. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Yuri has a little blushing smile there. She says, sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. Oh, and she looks away, blushing. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. I don't know what to say, so I simply say, Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. Oh, she's blushing again. She's taken aback. Begins Yuri. That's not a compliment, is it? I say, it is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, says Yuri, as long as you're okay with it. I say, yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. And so we begin. With what? Monica says, okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now, she says. Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. We've been doing the rounds, giving each girl their due attention. Today, Natsuki gets her turn going first. She looks surprised and says nothing. Handing over her poem, she says, this one's all right. All right, I say. She says, well, yeah, about as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style, she says. Oh, just not my style. Interesting. I didn't put her at the top. I accidentally gave her one less than I was going to. But I tried. She says, I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit. She's so unintentionally condescending. I reply, well, of course I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? Oh, she looks quite surprisingly blushed. Very, very embarrassed. Eh? She says. No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us is in this club. One of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. I say, really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? Natsuki looks genuinely concerned that might happen. That's, she says, it's not like you would actually do that. I confess, yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Gah. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh, she says, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I respond, I was just joking. She says, oh, I know. She's playful. Little spitfire. Don't worry, she says, I was too. And laughs at her own joke. I say nothing. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Natsuki continues. Anyway, she holds her poem out to me like nothing even happened. I Will Be Your Beach is the title. Another, whoa, these poems are getting long and complicated. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. Interesting. She breaks the rhyme. Oh no, rhymes at the end of each. At the end of each, okay. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea, and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you are wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Interesting. That's a good one. That's a good one. Sometimes I just want to take it in. I just want to think about it. I kind of want to go back and read it again. If it wasn't broadcasting, I probably would read it more than once. I'm not going to take a lot of time here, but I kind of want to scan it one more time. I don't think I have any commentary on it. It's a very touching love poem, asking someone to let that person be there, let you be there, let them, asking you to let them be your happy place. And all the beach metaphors. Huh. All right, good enough. She looks rather pleased with herself and says, yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, she says, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. I reply, so you decided to write about the beach first and then came up with the message later? She says, yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. What happened yesterday? I don't even remember. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing. Okay, fair enough. Natsuki continues, she wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it, or whatever. Can you really see her doing that? Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. I agree, it was a good poem. I rather liked it, in my own humble estimation. Who should I show my poem to next? All right, I'm going to be a little strategic about this. We're going with Monica next. And then Yuri and Sayori last. Why? I don't know. That just feels right. It feels right to do this reverse order. Had to get Natsuki first this time, but we're going with Monica. Monica says, hi, Benosuke. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? I sound uncertain in saying, well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people. I continue, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, she says, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it will turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Hee hee, she says. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. I say sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. She says nothing. While reading, of course, and finally responds, it's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. I say, that's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably, says Monica. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I say, I'm not shy, it's just... Oh, and she flounces again, declaring, I'm just teasing, as she laughs. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, she says, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their fair share of time. I tried, I got it wrong. Monica continues, and you can talk to me every now and again, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? I say, no, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Monica says, yeah, I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. I say, no, don't worry. I get what you're saying. And she says, well, all right. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, all right? Please do. All right. What do we got? Ooh. She's playing with space. Playing with space on the page. Entitled, The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift in the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilit sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning. There is no purpose. And we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. That's good. That's very good. I'm digging it. Here I am, a feather, all alone, way out there, and floating free of anything in this empty space. Very nice, very nicely done. And we continue. Monica says, you know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I say, I see. I never really put much thought into it. Monica responds, in a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? I say, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Monica says, "Haha, are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone." I say, "You mean one-dimensional?" She said, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they will want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? We're going with Yuri. This has been decided. Yuri says nothing and reads my poem, ostensibly, complimenting me. Well done, Benosuke. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? I say, yeah, definitely. Yuri looks genuinely pleased and says, I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I say, I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would become a chore. But it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. I continue, but it's been fun getting to know everyone and their writing, and I guess doing some writing myself. Yuri says, well, have you learned anything about yourself, Benosuke? I seem confused. Yuri continues, well, you know how I like to say... Starting over, take two. Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you are a good writer or a bad writer. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know. As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. I say, that's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Yuri blushes. Why me? She says. Well, I say, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Oh, she's genuinely blushing but pleased. Is that so? She says. Yuri thinks for a good minute. That's a long time. Like if I sat here for a full minute and said nothing, that would be awful. People would tune out. Yuri thinks for a good minute and then responds, that must be terrible. I say, what? Yuri continues, for me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. Oh, she looks really uncomfortable about that. How unlikable of me. I begin, Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just mean that I respect your opinion. She says, oh, I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking, I say. She says, being disliked. Oh, that's terrible. I say, Yuri. She continues, What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. All right, I say. Do you want to share your poem now? Yuri says, okay. Here, and hands it over. Beach, yeah, the same topic. Okay. Simply titled Beach. Oops, too far down. A marvel, millions of years in the making, where the womb of the earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath gray, rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sand castle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sand castles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to earth forevermore. Interesting. All is vanity. All we do will be washed away by the tide, and yet we build castles. I like Yuri. I do. I mean, if I had been playing this to try to score with one of the girls, it would be her. And I would be rewarded with this kind of stuff. She's really a deep thinker. Really like it. Really like it. And the temptation of floating away to return to the earth evermore, or turning back and going to solid ground. Lots of balance of opposites in this type of thing. I don't have the words. I am not an art critic or poetry critic by any chance. Yuri says, I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. I respond, yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. Yuri says, she did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write a poem about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off again. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write something simple on occasion. It wasn't simple, girl. It can be refreshing, you know, she says. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. I say, yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. And last of all, Sayori. Sayori quietly reads my poem. This is your best one so far, she says. It's really nice, Benosuke. I say, thanks. And then I say, Sayori, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything all right? She looks like she'd rather I didn't ask that question. Of course, she says, everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. And giggles uncomfortably. I respond, you want to take a nap or something? She says, no, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, I say, all right. And then Sayori says, hey, Benosuke, I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does, or even Natsuki. But in the end, I say, yeah, I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Sayori says, why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? I say, wait a minute. Slow your roll. Of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me. And I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something. And this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori, I say. She says, no, Benosuke, I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Oh, she's on the verge of tears. Look at her. Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. Sayori says, if you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori, I say. I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. I say, Sayori, I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me, what will cheer you up? Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Benosuke, she says. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. And she forces a giggle. I promise it won't happen again, she says. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm going to go home a little bit early today. Sayori, she says, tell Monika I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the room, humming to herself. Well, she it. Monika says, okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out? Natsuki jumps in. Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? She's looking at me like I just did something wrong. Monika is confused. Yuri jumps in. Something did sound a bit unusual, she says. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrases when addressing the club. Oh, she's talking to Monika. Catchphrases, says Monika. I don't have a catchphrase. Natsuki says, geez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Yuri says, stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. I say, in your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Yuri says, it seems you're right. Monika says, sigh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Natsuki says, where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Yuri says, Natsuki, please, show some decency. Natsuki defiantly responds, oh, come on. I say, she actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Yuri, questioningly, says, is that so? I hope she's all right. Natsuki incredulously interjects, seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. Oh, I say, no. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Yuri says, "Oh?" I say, that curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people, and I say that out loud. Monica tries to rein it in. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything is fine. Real C2 says, who's your favorite character? Thank you for joining the party. I got a thing for Yuri. I sure do. I don't know what it is about those kind of macabre, kind of goth girl depressive types. I got a thing for Yuri. I do, just a little bit. But I'm trying to play this smart. I'm trying to give them all equal attention and make everybody happy, because I'm having a conflict. I am a 45-year-old man playing a game where I'm talking to a bunch of high school girls, and it just feels creepy to chase any of them. So I'm just saying, Natsuki all the way. You know, that little Spitfire, I like her too. I do. All of these girls are charming in their own way. Even Monica, even though I've never been much for like the cheerleader, popular girl type. It's kind of not my thing, but nothing wrong with her. She seems like a nice enough gal. I've got my suspicions about all of them. They're all hiding something, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out. That is why this episode is entitled Faces in the Dark. We are starting to see the outline as light is shed upon their character. Can't blame you for liking Natsuki. She is, you never go without a home-cooked meal with that one. And she likes to tease and poke you in the ribs with an elbow. They all have their own unique charm. Monica assures the club. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. I ask, what did she say? Monica says, anyway, we need to figure out, changing the subject. Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations. The most wholesome guy on the internet. Thank you. I just feel awkward and creepy about it. I do. So be it. And this may screw up the entire game. Maybe I'm supposed to pick a girl and kind of court her. I've thought that through. I'm overthinking this. I'm no good at social situations. This game is a challenge for my autism. I'm telling you for real. I don't know what to do with any of this stuff. All I know is everything seems to be going to shit and I can't do anything about it. And everything I tried to do to help makes it worse, which is probably par for the course. That's like how the game is probably supposed to fuck with you. I'm expecting a twist ending, which is probably, I don't know, but we'll see. I'm just expecting it. I always expect it. Anyway, we need to get ready for the festival. Let's decide what everyone else will be doing this weekend. Natsuki says, I already know what I'm doing. Monica says, that's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And she looks like she can. As for myself, says Monica, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Fair enough. Sayori, she says, will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, she pauses and says nothing. Yuri, you can, Natsuki looks confused as well. Monica gets flouncy with her skirt and says, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? Yuri looks embarrassed at being useless. She says, I'm useless. Monica says, no, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Natsuki doesn't look happy about that compliment. Man, these girls are all so jealous of each other. Oh my God, calm down. Monica, now Natsuki's pouting too? Geez, I say, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. Monica doesn't want to admit it, but she does. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere, says Yuri. About that, I love atmosphere. Oh, she looks very determined. Look at that face. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. I chime in. Your mind is already racing, I see. Monica says, that's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Benosuke, the one who is truly useless, I say. Monica laughs at my weak attempt at humor. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. Oh, I gotta pick again. They're making me pick. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. I say, that's, is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to suggestions like that? Yuri doesn't look unhappy about the prospect. I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Natsuki says, well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. Yuri says, if I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Oh, they're fighting over me. Benosuke may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So, therefore, oh, she's blushing. Look at that cheeks. What a picture of little cheeks. He may be more suited to assist with decorations. Natsuki, hold on. I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you are just making excuses for Benosuke to... Yuri interrupts. What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't, says Natsuki. Just what do you think? Monica cuts them both off. Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Benosuke to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? Oh, look at her making that. I don't trust it. I just don't trust that pose. It is so... Okay, it's the same pose because it's the same graphic over and over again, but it looks calculated. It looks affected. It looks like she knows what she's doing. It looks like she's acting. I just don't trust it. Whatever that pose is just communicates that don't trust this girl to my head. I don't know what it is. So, she says, I'm sure isn't interested in... Natsuki interrupts. You literally just said, Yuri interrupts. I'm surprised as well. Monica looks genuinely embarrassed and apologizes. I was just saying, though. Geez, says Natsuki. Can we just settle this already? Yeah, says Monica. Benosuke, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Ah, I say... She's doing the snake formation. She looks snaky. You're right. She looks very snaky. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's a striking cobra look to her. I don't know if they did it on purpose or I'm reading into things. I don't know. Of course, I say. Humph, says Natsuki. Very well, says Yuri. Monica says, in that case, everyone looks straight at me. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is a save point. This is a save point. I don't know why I'm saving. I'm probably not going to play this more than once, but we'll see. We'll see. But we're saving it. I can't believe I didn't save it for like the first entire 2 hours past decision points, past composing poetry. just in case I wanted to take a different tack. Maybe is this game really meant to be played more than once? Are you supposed to kind of chase each girl and see their storyline? Do I have to spend that much time playing the game? I'm not sure I want to. Maybe that's part of the fun. Fuck if I know. I'm trying to play the balanced approach, at least my first time through. We'll see if I got to do it more than once. I kind of like to just play a game once and get it over with, though. But at this very moment of the save page, we're going to throw this up. Ayo, don't forget, your friendly neighborhood DreamWizard needs whiskey money because I'm filling my whiskey juice glass. Look at this. I need another one of these. I like Dewar's. Dewar's is good mid-shelf stuff, white label, blended Scotch whiskey. But he also has historical dream literature for sale. 12 currently available books, hand-crafted, lovingly massaged into high-quality material. You see it there. That's only 11 of the books. There's another one. That's 11. Working on book 12 and 13. Almost done. Very close. Yada, yada. While I pour out more juice, I'll beg for money. Jamaican Food says hello. Jamaican me food? that's Jamaican food. I want steak. Right now I want steak. Steak goes with whiskey. I don't have, honestly, I don't have an oven. I don't have an oven right now. What happened to my oven? Well, I threw it out. Why did I throw it out? I was remodeling my kitchen. Why am I remodeling the kitchen? Might have to sell my house. So eventually I got to buy a stove. And then I can fry up some steak. I would love to be able to do that. Today is not that day. Today we're playing Doki Doki. And, hey, buy a book. Donate for some whiskey. Yada, yada. That's enough commercials. Back to the game. Where is it at there? Cha-cha-cha. Is it moving? All right, it's moving. Bum, bum, ba-da-da, bum, bum. Return. I'm getting something funky all over the screen. What the hell is this? It's going crazy. We're leaving, and I'm coming back. Wow. Something went screwy with my graphics. Yeah. Let me try this again. Where's my game capture? Game capture. Turn it off, turn it on again. Looking for a game to capture. Where is it? There it is! Hey, we got it back. All right. I like Yuri. I do. I see we're at a very interesting point. I was just saying, though, I got a thing for Yuri. I do. If I'm play acting, I'm a high school boy again. She's I got a thing for her. So we're going to do that. This was my original plan way back in the beginning. Just pick the girl I like and see where it goes. Yeah. We're going Yuri. I just don't enjoy being teased and elbowed in the ribs. But personally, a personal choice. Jamaican Food says, yes. Yes. It's all about to go to shit right now. Probably. We'll find out. Let's do it. I'm rationalizing again. I don't really enjoy Natsuki as much. She's okay. I don't trust Monika. She just feels snaky. You're right. I'm going with Yuri. I like her. She's probably the crazy one. That's probably why I like her. This is one of the best parts. Here we go. It's happening, Yuri. Oh, I could also pick Sayori. She left. She wanted me to spend time with other people. She wanted me to not be close to her. What is that all about? Why is she hiding so much sadness? She's hiding it. She's always trying to put on a sunshiny smile. I like the morose, creepy, dark goth girl vibe. I just do. Yuri it is! Oh, we did it! I made a choice. Well, I say, I will probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Look at that, rationalized. What do I know about baking? I'm not really good at organizing pamphlets. Let's help Yuri. Yuri looks very uncomfortable with the idea, like almost a tear on the face. Oh, she's panicky. Me, she says. Natsuki is very disappointed. Are you serious? Why would you... Monika interrupts. Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, says Natsuki. She was totally going to say something mean. I was just saying, says Natsuki. Ugh, whatever. Monika interrupts again. So, you'll be helping Yuri then, Benosuke? I say yes. That's what I am going to do. And Yuri says, I'm glad, and she genuinely looks pleased. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. Monika says, that's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah, says Natsuki. I already said I would be fine. Monika says, okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, I say, is that everything we need to go over? Monika responds, yep, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Yuri says, well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I am looking forward to it a little bit. Monika says, do you feel the same way, Benosuke? I feel like I'm put on the damn spot and these girls are fighting over me and it's freaking me out. I say, me? I guess I could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. Monika says that's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki looks unhappy and says nothing. Yuri prompts her. Natsuki. What? Says Natsuki. Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. Yuri, the socially awkward, says, no, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this, she says. I don't really know why Benosuke picked me, and also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that. So, Natsuki says, I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though. Why? Says Yuri. Natsuki says, well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. Yuri says, I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I could tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this, because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. Natsuki says, no, I kinda appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. Yuri looks apprehensive. Natsuki says, you better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. Yuri says, I believe you. Monika enthusiastically agrees. I hope to see everyone do their best, she says, but with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. All right, says Natsuki, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. Yuri intersects my path. Says Yuri. I say. I turn around. Sorry, says Yuri. I realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, I say, you are right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? Yuri says, I think that would be the best way, yes. I say, all right then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay, says Yuri, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. I say, my house? She says, is that a problem? I say, no, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house, since I'm the one helping you. With this game, there is not a neutral route, says Mr. C2 or Miss C2. I don't know. The real C2. Fair enough. Fair enough. I had a sneaking suspicion, but I was going to try and play it that way anyway. So we're going to Yuri's house, right? I suppose that makes sense, she says. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. All right, I say. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way, I say. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Yuri says, don't underestimate yourself, Benosuke. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. I say, wait a minute. You don't actually think that, do you? Yuri looks pleasantly embarrassed. I don't know, she says. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. I say, you're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. Yuri says, but... Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, I say, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? She says, I didn't realize. I'm telling you I want to, I say. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri says, Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. Don't do that. I can't handle that. I don't like prolonged eye contact. Say something. Yuri says, I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And then she says, and I'm really looking forward to Sunday. I say, yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door, and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? It's probably too early. I don't know. I move pretty slow. Yes. Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. Okay. It's already Sunday. I don't have to wait for anything. It happened. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert, and also an intimate person in general. That's probably why I like her. I'm very, very much introvert. It's like, I'm an introvert, says the guy who's playing video games live on the internet. Yeah. But I'm doing it from my own house, and I don't have to actually talk to any people. Yuri at my house? Say less. Oh no! Oh no! There's no doubt that she will open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard anything from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Monika's the best part of the whole game. Best girl. Monika, best girl? Gotcha. So noted. I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over. much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Closely followed by Natsuki, though. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, since I got some feedback in the chat here, is this a game where I got to chase all 3 girls one at a time? Really focus one at a time on each one? Play it through like literally 4 times? Is that what this is? I'm gonna wait for feedback and take a hit on this here from the brown bottle in the briefcase. I mean, no spoilers. Think about that. But I don't remember if it changes much. Fair enough. Fair enough. There's a lot of forced choices in this game. Paths I would choose not to take. You just get a lot more lore if you chase each girl independently. Gotcha. Fair enough. Thank you. Thank you for keeping it spoiler free. This is the blind playthrough. Definitely don't. I went out of my way not to look up anything about it. Just played it because it was recommended. Bought it because it was cheap. Went on sale for like $2.99 or $5 or something. I'm like, well, I heard this game was good. I'll get it. So that's how I buy games. This is why I'm playing games that are 5 years old, because I wait for them to go on a Steam sale for under $10 and then I buy a game, which is why Batman's the next game, because I bought that too and I've been waiting to play it forever. Moving on, I say to myself again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet and dark. What is this? Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. I say, Sayori? She appears. Hi, Benosuke, looking very cheerful, looking faux cheerful. I don't trust it. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. That's not good. Sayori says, you haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I say, I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Sayori giggles uncomfortably. She says, if you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. I say, that's because I end up cleaning it for you. Peanut butter. Peanut butter. You want to get up? I got a puppy. Come here. Come here, boo-boo. We're going to put you on camera. You are my value-added content. Just once real briefly. There's a peanut butter. Look at that punum. Look at that face. He just wants to get comfy in my lap. I got a little peanut butter. He's a Maltese. Peanut butter is a Maltese. Where's your boo-boo boy? Okay, lay down. That's because I clean it for you, I say, and Sayori responds, how come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to be seeing Yuri today? I say, yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Sayori says, Monika told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true, I say. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monika today? Sayori says, of course, but I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. I say, so it's just me and Yuri then? Yep, says Sayori, and she doesn't look too upset about that. Maybe I read her all wrong. I thought she had a thing for me, and I was breaking her little heart if I wasn't, more kind. Whoop. There's more silence between us. That's awkward. What is going on? Sayori will not make eye contact. She looks away, staring in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I say, I just Wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Benosuke. I say, what? Sayori continues, why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault, she says. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. What is going on? Sayori giggles. Did she say that, all of that, with like a positive, cheerful voice? I couldn't even put that on. That's so dark. What the hell is going on with this girl? Sayori, I say. What the hell is going on with you? I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? She says. I say, are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori looks distinctly uncomfortable with the request. And giggles uncomfortably. Sayori gives me an empty smile before saying, you really put me in a trap, Benosuke. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? I say. What are you talking about, Sayori? She giggles again. What's up with this girl? And then she says, you're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Benosuke? I guess I have no choice this time. Oh, shit, what's coming? What's coming next? I don't want to click the button. I don't want to click the button. I don't know why this is making me so, like, she's going to drop a bomb. What's happening? The thing, oh, she's dragging it out. The thing is, you're going to make me click it again. I've had really bad depression my whole life. Is that it? She's just depressed? I mean, I figured she was. I thought it was something more. Wait a minute. What's going on? Okay. She's coming out with it. I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? I did not. I suspected. Benjamin, the wizard. Omniscient third person, I suspected. Benosuke, of course, did not. Why do you think I'm late to school every day, she says. Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Oh, that's awful. Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. That is a bomb. That's awful. I know depression. I've felt it. I've felt it. I've helped treat it. Man. And that's such a sad, look at that smile. Look at that little sad smile. I mean, she's coming clean. Maybe that's got to feel good in its own way. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy without anyone worrying about me. I don't know what to say. I don't. I'm glad this character is responding exactly as I would. I don't know. Yeah, Jamaican food depression sucks. Jesus. Fuck it. It's awful. It's awful. I am in shock. I am in shock. And the character's in shock. I suspected, but like to see it all laid out. That she's so young to just be hopeless and hating being alive. I can't even figure out how to respond. I don't know what to say either. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Jamaican Food says, my girlfriend goes through it and I have to help treat it a lot of the time. Yeah. It's real. The struggle is real. That is just a meme, but it's not just a meme. I found, in my estimation, memes are the truth. Good memes. The real memes. Capital M memes. The ones that grow organically. The ones that the humble farmers stumble across and share with the world. Memes are the truth. The struggle is real. There's a reason that meme rings true. Why, Sayori? She looks confused. I explain, why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your closest friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you, even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. Sayori says, you don't understand at all, Benosuke. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. And she giggles and puts on a big smile. What is wrong with this girl? That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. She sucked me into the club to get me off her back. Wow. Now that's a twist. It makes perfect sense. That's kind of amazing. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. Wow. So that's why, she says, that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. Ha ha, she said. What is she giggling for? Jesus Christ. I say, you're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori, but I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. Sayori says, no, Benosuke, there's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streak down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. This is a mindfuck. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Sayori says, Benosuke. Sayori, I say. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. But if I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Benosuke, says Sayori. She's not hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, says Sayori, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Benosuke, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. I say, if you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. Sayori says nothing. And then she says, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything, she says. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Benosuke. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. Whoa! But, she says, your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Oh, and then she lets go. As she does so, I let her go as well. Changing the subject, I say, the festival is tomorrow. Yeah, says Sayori. It's going to be fun, right? She says, yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? I ask. Sayori again looks uncomfortable. I reassure her it's what I want. I promise. Sayori starts, I think that would be nice then. Yeah, I say. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. I say to her, of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. Sayori interrupts. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. I try to object, but it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry, she says. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? I don't understand, and I fumble for words. It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. Sayori says it's okay. Don't worry about me too much. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? I reluctantly agree. All right. I look forward to it. And that is the end of that scene. Whoa! She's messed up. She doesn't even want me to love her. None of these girls do. Probably I'm chasing all these girls that really just, they need the attention for whatever reason, but they don't really want it. They don't want me. I'm just a character in their personal drama. What is going on? I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. What's happening, Peanut Butter? Can you explain it to me? What is your wisdom? What is the wisdom of the dog? If you can't eat it or fuck it, piss on it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. What is ahead of me? What's happening? As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? I ask. She says. Thank goodness. You're a little early, I say. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? Yuri responds, No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. I said, you always could have texted me. If I'd known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. Yuri says, Oh, I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decide to ignore it. I continue, anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. Yuri says, That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? I said, yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. Yuri reassures me. I'm sure it will be fine. Oh, I take Yuri to my room. Yuri's in my room. Yuri's in my room. What do I do? What do I do? I take Yuri to my room. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. Yuri is quite complimentary. It's so clean, she says. Ha ha ha. I say, I did clean it before you came over, so... Well, she says that's very considerate of you. I say, no, I'd be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Yuri says, and she does look pleasantly pleased. Well, I do enjoy cleaning, she says. I would have gladly helped you clean. I say, that would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there! I snatch Yuri's wrist as she was in the process of opening a desk drawer. That's where he keeps the hentai. No, don't look in there. Don't look at the hentai. I don't know. Maybe she's into that. No. You know what I would say? I would say Natsuki. Natsuki's into the hentai. She likes the manga. She like it the manga. I snatch Yuri's wrist. She looks embarrassed. I'm sorry, says Yuri. I wasn't thinking for some reason. She is very curious. I was just spacing out. I reassure her, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. Why would you do that? Why let go of Yuri's? She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, and as if making sure she's keeping track of them. I change the subject. So, should we get started? Yuri says, yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. I repeat her words, atmospheric enhancements. She says, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow, I say. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course, says Yuri. I'm also not surprised. It's entirely in keeping with her character. She says, I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity and for cupcakes, I guess, I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great, I say. It's easy to forget that you are a pretty intense person. Yuri looks a little uncomfortable with that. Intense, she says. I guess that's the best way to put it, I respond. Yuri says, is that a bad thing? I say, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. In fact, it is something I like about her. I like the intensity. I do. Not too much drama, not too much, but the intensity, the passion, I like it. It's something that I like about you, I say. And she says, is that so? Makes me feel relieved and kind of happy, she says. Yeah, I say, no need to be anxious. You can relax a little. Get comfortable. Relax, says Yuri. I brought some things for relaxation. Oh my goodness, what did she bring? I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Yuri says, let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. Yuri says, I did some shopping on my way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candle to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat, I say. What's that wooden thing? What's that wooden thing? Oh, this, she says, it's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy, she asks. I say, not familiar at all. Oh, is that so? She says. It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Oh, Yuri. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole in the top. I say, wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? What kind of mood is that one for, Yuri? What's happening here? How you doing, girl? She is going to be completely, she's the straight man. She's going to be completely straight about this. It's for concentration. It's for focus. It's for creativity. One of those three. Concentration, focus, or creativity. Survey says jasmine essential oil. Well, that's for relaxation. I think I fucked it up. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, I say that's a good way to describe it. She says, I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Oh, it sure does. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems? You know what I say? It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I will trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are these for? I ask. Yuri says, well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? I say, yep, got it right here. Yuri continues, we won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like you to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah, I say. What will those be used for? Well, she says, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. She's really setting the scene. She sure is. It may attract some to peek inside. I say that is really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. She looks blushingly pleased. Is that so? She says. Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. A hue, she says. I don't know, the hell do you read that? A hue. Okay. She giggles? Is that a particular kind of giggle? The hell do I know? Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Benosuke. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. All right, I say. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw different characters on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. That is Dead Soldier number 2. We're going for a third. Usually I'd be heading for quitting time, but man, my voice is dry. Funny thing is, I'm drinking whiskey, and I have a whiskey voice. A little raspy from talking too much. But that's what you get. And it's not even whiskey voice from drinking whiskey. It's just raspy. I do find a whiskey voice pretty sexy on a gal. I kind of like it. Kind of like it, just a little bit, just a little bit. Jamaican Food says the fact that she gets so intense with what she's doing, then just gets all shy moments after. Honestly, on a dime. It's doing it for me. It's doing it for me. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I do like that too. Intensity, and then embarrassed at her own intensity. Very charming. Very charming. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Ooh, dangerous girl. I say. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. I say, that's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Yuri blushes fetchingly. Well... Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. I prompt her. What is it? She says, you're gonna think it's weird. I use it to cut myself and drink my own blood. Don't say it! Don't do it! That's kind of hot, but don't do it. Don't say that. I say, Yuri, whatever it is, I got no reason to judge. To each their own, you know. She says, if you promise you won't be weirded out. I say, yeah, I promise. She looks a little more confident. All right, she says. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. I knew it! I knew it! The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. Oh! Into knives. What does it mean? What do you mean, Yuri? What do you mean you're into knives? They're just so pretty. Oh, I bet they are. I can't help it, she says. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and the feeling of danger, maybe. Oh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. I laugh uncomfortably. She says you're laughing at me. I said, no, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. It very much suits her. This is the girl I would expect to be playing with knives. This is the girl that plays with knives. This is very much the girl that plays. That or Monica. Monica seems like a knife player too. Maybe in a different way. Maybe Monica's the snaky girl. She likes to draw blood. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me, says Yuri. Yeah, I say, it's kind of intense. Ha ha! That's a terrible joke. Besides, it is a really cool-looking knife. I can't deny that. Yuri looks genuinely pleased and says, it is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? You want to... Yuri asks me, you want to touch it? I do, as a matter of fact. Sure, I'll check it out, I say. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Don't do it! Don't do it! I'm going to cut myself. I'm going to bleed, and she's going to want to... I have my opinions. I think I know what's happening. I wonder what else could be intense with Yuri. We may never know. Maybe. Will we? I don't know. I knew it! I cut my own damn finger. Yuri looks worried. Benosuke, she says, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp, I say. I barely touched it at all. Dude, about to bleed out, yep. Oh, it's all my fault, says Yuri. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like paper. Oh no, says Yuri. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Ah, says Yuri. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. I'm leaving a pregnant pause. I think I know what's coming. Benosuke says, that's me. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I called it. I knew it. I didn't say it. I should have said it. I had a suspicion. She licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, says Yuri, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking, she says. Oh, she looks embarrassed. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning. Yuri, I say. She says, that's the most embarrassing thing I have ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I say, sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I say, I think you're overreacting a little. She says, she doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? I decide to get a handle on the situation. All right, I say, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. Why would you not do the stupid thing? I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Because of course I do. Benosuke, she says, did you really just do that? Now we're even, I say. She says nothing for a moment and just looks at me like I did do something wrong. I try to laugh. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. Yuri says, you are so weird sometimes, Benosuke. She's calling me weird. The girl just licked the blood off my finger, but she giggles shyly and in a obviously charming way. I'm confused. Yuri calling me weird? What? I have no response to that. Yuri says, where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see, says Yuri. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. I offer, it looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Oh, thanks, she says. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? What's the next task? Yeah, let's do that, I say. What do you have in mind? Yuri suggests I would like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. I say, that's right. One of these items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. Yuri says we'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not, I say. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much, says Yuri. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decide to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-sized glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back to my room. I say, Yuri, where's Yuri? She's not there. Yes, she magically appears out of nowhere. I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her. Oh, this one's a cutter. Of course she is. Oh, holy shit. What is happening? What is this? Oh my God. Nothing, I say. Your face is a little red. Oh boy, is right. I am Dr. Samuel Beckett, traveling through time to put right what once went wrong. Oh boy. Is it too hot in here for you or anything? I ask. Yuri says, no, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets. Kitty, I can't read the screen. You gotta move. Dropping the tablets into the cups. So, says Yuri, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Oh, neat, I say. What are you going to write? Well, says Yuri, it will be more fun to surprise you. Yuri, I'm surprised. I don't know what's going on here, but she's smiling at me. I say, if you say so. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school, I say. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. Yuri says, I'm sorry if this feels too childish. I say, no, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yuri says, yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking. She's thinking again. She's thinking. Is she going to mix her own blood into the paint? Is she going to suggest we paint with blood? She's got a fetish, this girl. Holy mackerel. For me, Yuri begins, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. Real C2 says, every time I see that closet in the background, I feel like there's something hiding in it. I do. I want to go close it. Open the damn closet or don't. Don't leave it half open or just a little open. My OCD is going crazy. Also with those damn books on the shelf. Who leaves books just kind of lying on each other? Who does that? It's driving me nuts. And a hanger with nothing on it. Why would there be a hanger with nothing on it? This whole room is wrong. But I'm trying to focus on Yuri. She says, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person, even if it's something simple like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. What's that clothes hanger hanging from? I do see a little dot. Like maybe he stuck a clothespin up there. Not a clothespin, a push pin. And it's hanging from a knob. There's a little dark speck kind of right there. But I'm sure that's not. No, you actually can't see it on the video. For some reason, whatever this is not showing up. They're hanging their demon's clothes or some shit. Yep. Yuri continues, just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. That's all it takes for me. We don't even got to talk. I just like having someone in my life and we sit next to each other and we don't even talk, but we just like to be there together. That's me. Is that so? I say. Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I say, I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you would understand. She leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush. But I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Gah! Says Yuri. Sorry, I say. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? I ask. No, I'm not hurt, she says. It just startled me, that's all. And now, this boy that wanted to get in my lap, he wants down. He's done. Say, ow, 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 ow. Say, ow, ow, ow. Now he's not going to talk. Another time. All right, peanut butter, go. He wants to get some water. He wants to go lay back on the bed. Yuri continues, sorry, I should have asked you to get that for me. I say, it's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Yuri says, is there something on my face? I say, yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel. Then I dampen it with hot water. Get something on her face. I'm sorry I splashed that all over your face. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Oh, look at that. Oh, I say, here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Ah, she says. I ask, is something wrong? It's hot, she says. I just didn't expect it. Sorry, I say. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait, she says. Oh, she's looking back at me again. Look at that eye contact. Eh? I ask. Just a little bit longer. Oh, she closes her eyes again. Oh, look at the cheeks. The cheeks, they're getting rosy. Just a little bit longer. It feels really nice, she says. I stammer. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Oh, almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? This is my question. What is happening? This is my question. Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrap around my wrist, send a tingling sensation through my arm, and suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Says Yuri. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, she says. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. Right? I'm down too. Who wouldn't be? For the purposes of this interaction, I am also a high school boy. I'm not going to feel like a creepy 45-year-old man at this moment. Just not going to do it. Just going to choose not to do it. The whiskey helps. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today, she says. I didn't mean to space out. I reply, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. Scene change. Okay, I say, that should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. Yuri says, I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. I say, yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? She says, not yet. It needs to dry first. She's making excuses. She doesn't want me to see what she's going to write. I'm calling it right now. That's true, I say, but won't that take a while? Yuri says, well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? I say that's totally fine. Yuri says, wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. There's nothing. Are you sure there's nothing else for us to do here? I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I don't think there's anything else for us to do here, she says. Phew, I say. Relieved? Am I relieved? Ha ha ha, she laughs. You say that like you're glad it's over. I was wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? I say, no, it's not that. I'm just glad we managed to get everything done. I see, says Yuri. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. I say, so you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. Yuri says, well, and then says nothing. Yuri thinks to herself, I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry, she says. I was hoping there would be more time as well. Yuri was also hoping we would have extra time. Ooh. Nothing else, girl? Don't you feel tired? Why don't you lay down? That bed over there is looking mighty comfy. I'm just saying, just a little nap. Just a little nap. Just relax. Shh, just relax. It's probably my fault, I say, because I'm that kind of guy. Sorry for being such a slow worker. Yuri reassures me. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? I agree. So, says Yuri, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. What? Wait, so I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. What? Okay, next. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. You shouldn't be disappointed. What's going on in your head, girl? I understand why. I don't understand why. Tell me. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her to the front door. Yuri says to me, thank you very much for having me today. I say, no problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. Yuri assures me that she will, and continues, well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow? I say, wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today, says Benosuke. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want. You can come over, or we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Look at that face. Look at that punum. Anyway, I say, you know what I'm trying to say, so... Yuri interrupts. You're very thoughtful, Benosuke. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. Oh, she's in my face. Look at that. She's very close. She says, I kind of like that about you. I say, well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Oh, she jumped back. Look at that. Yuri says, Sayori. I say, eh? There she is. Sayori. Hi, Benosuke. I say, Sayori. Just now, we weren't, Sayori giggles. It's okay, Benosuke. I just stopped by to say hi. Yuri stammers. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Sayori says, "Aw, really? That's too bad." Yuri apologizes. I'm sorry, but we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Ruh-roh, Raggy! Dun, dun, dun! Sayori enthusiastically agrees and beams a smile. Yuri says, yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. And runs away. She ran the fuck away, like fast, clearly embarrassed. Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Ta-ta, bye. Is that bye, Felicia? Okay, here's the thing. Yuri and I assume Sayori's going to be jealous, but Sayori told me she's a worthless sack of shit and she doesn't care to have people care about her. So she would be very happy to see me hook up with Sayori. Sayori would be very happy to see me. Fuck, a third whiskey's fucking with me. Would be very happy to see me hook up with Yuri. Neither one of us felt comfortable with that idea. Yuri certainly doesn't know. Sayori waves goodbye, I'm going to assume, in a very friendly manner. She really loves us both. I say, Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Sayori says, giggling, well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. I had to come over here and see it for myself. Her imagination was being mean to her. Wait a minute. Now she cares? I just said that whole rant about how she's depressed and, oh, please don't care about me. It hurts too much. What is this girl's deal? See what? She says. What are you talking about? You know, says Sayori, how much fun you were having with Yuri. Really? And how close you got to her. Okay. Wait a minute. Maybe she's not. Maybe I'm being judgmental. Maybe she's not going to give us a hard time. Maybe she really wants to be happy for us. Maybe she changed her mind. The fuck do I know? She says, it makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Is it, Sayori? Is it really? Is that all that matters to you? What is going on here? What is up with these girls? Tears start to fall down her face. She doesn't mean it at all. What is going on here? That's all that matters to me, she says. Liar! I'm calling it. I'm pulling a Carol Kane. Why am I feeling this way, Benosuke? She's crying. I'm supposed to be happy for you, she says. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? Because you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to me. It hurts so much, says Sayori. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better. I have a cat in the way. One moment, please. It would be so much better if I could just disappear. This girl's going to kill herself. That ain't right, but it feels like that's what's going to happen. Sayori, don't say that, I exclaim. She says, it's true, Benosuke. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? What did Monica tell her to do? I knew that bitch was shady as... Monica told her to kill herself, didn't she? Monica, I ask. Monica was right about what? Sayori says nothing and continues crying. Hey, Leave that paper bag alone. I got a cat trying to eat a paper bag. Because why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Why would it? I mean, for real, why would a cat eat a paper bag? And also, why wouldn't they? Both of these things are true. Holy mac. All right. Back to the game. Benosuke says, Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. You gotta move your ass, kitty. So, even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. Let me stop right there. That's impossible. That's impossible. You can be a supportive, lifelong friend to someone. You cannot guarantee people will not feel pain. You can't do it. Don't ever believe that. Don't ever expect that of yourself. Just the advice of a wizard. What do I know? I'm just a guy who thinks he's a wizard giving this kind of advice. By your side until you don't feel any more pain. Sayori legitimately says, what the fuck? But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Benosuke, she says. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I ask. She says, Jamaican says, I've played this before. Yes, this is insane. I'm very happy you're here to watch me experience it for the first time. I'm really enjoying the what the fuck moments. It didn't feel like this in the beginning. It felt like it might be kind of boring, but I knew it was highly recommended, so I knew I wasn't going to be disappointed. Sayori says, I'm scared that, and she trails off, that I might like you more than you like me. Oh, of course! Why not? Sayori, I exclaim, shocked. Not that shocked. Sayori says, it's true, isn't it? Trust me, you haven't seen anything yet. Fuck my life. We're already way over time here, like 10, 15 minutes over my normal quitting time. I'm going to finish this whiskey. I'm probably going to call it for the night. We're going to wrap this up tomorrow. I think 4 play sessions ought to get us 8 hours through a roughly 8-hour game. The real hardcore shit's going down tomorrow, probably. We'll find out. Sayori continues, it's true, isn't it? You're so close to such a good part. I should probably quit right before it. We'll see. Or we'll end after the shocker. We'll see what happens. One of the biggest WTF moments, I believe you. I was so weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself, says Sayori. Benosuke, I like you so much I want to die. Dun, dun, dun. That's how I feel, says Sayori. And I interrupt. That's enough, Sayori. That's enough. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. I say, do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I say, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. I know what you need. I'm going to give it to you. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. He said it, not me. Oh, wait a minute. Save. Stop. Save. Okay. No. Cliffhanger. This is it. This is the cliffhanger. We're stopping. Oh, we're stopping. It's happening. Jesus H. Christ. I saved it. Here's the thing. I'm drunkier than I should be, and I'm not thinking clearly. And that's funny. That's funny in its own way. You're not wrong. I want to sleep on it. I want to sleep on this decision. Do I love her? I think I do. Here's the thing. She has been my lifelong, girl next door, crush best friend. We know each other. Here's the problem. Have a great day, bro. Thank you, Real C2. Yeah, we're going to stop. You can bounce anytime you don't want to hear me ramble anymore. But this is what I need to clarify my thoughts on this. Do I really love her? I mean, do I really love her as a friend? Or do I want to be with her? Do I want to saddle myself with a girl this depressed? Do I want to be not to be insulting? Do I want to be Captain Save-A-Ho? Maybe I do. Maybe that makes me happy. Maybe that is my mission in life. I'm going to make her happy, and we'll just have this dynamic for the rest of our days. She's depressed. I cheer her up, yada, yada. Or I go for Yuri. We had a thing. We had a moment there. That's for you to decide next time. You're right. Jamaican food next time on DreamWizard Plays. Tomorrow, hopefully between 4 or 5 p.m. And I believe that ought to bring us to the end of the game. I think we've gotten to the point where shit is getting interesting, and we're going to see what happens. I'm really digging it. I've not regretted this playthrough. I have not once been bored. In the beginning, I was learning how to play. Dialogue wasn't that great. I knew people weren't showing me their real self. I had my suspicions, but we're getting to some good shit. We're getting to some WTF moments. I love it. I love my reactions, too, of like, legit, what? This is a great game. I'm almost halfway. All right, we may be going well into next weekend then. Fuck it. We'll see what happens. Halfway. That's good to know. That's good to know. I appreciate the feedback. Halfway. Fair enough. I'm not eager to have the experience over, but I like to know where I'm at. You got to map that landscape. All right, I'm going to call it. I'm going to say thank you for watching. One more time. Where is it? The fuck is that shit? Hey, buy my books. I need money. I can't keep doing this for free. Well, I will, and I do, and I always will, I think, because I just enjoy playing games and streaming. This is fun, but I need your support to make this work and to do my thing and to not lose my house and keep buying me whiskey and all that good stuff. So please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, and I'm out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.